order. Before I go to continue on public comments, I want to ask the board if we can extend this another 15, 20 minutes. Okay. Do I get it? Yes? Yes. Okay, 15, 20 minutes, and then from there we're going to take a break. This board will be taking a break. And not break. We're going to get a break between closed session and here. Okay. You're going to get 3 minutes. Okay, so let's move on, and I will take it to 7:25 around there. Okay, I'll call it quits because we do have a large complementary issues, not complementary issues, but there are a lot of items that we need to take care of tonight. And having comments from the public is one of them, which is important. The rest of our business is just as important and more for our children. Thank you. Your name, please.
My name is Teresa, Boronda. I've been a teacher in this district for 36 years. Next year will be my 37th year. I could retire next year, but I love my job, and I don't want to retire. I am a legacy. My mother was in this district for 30 years. She loved teaching school. I graduated from Lincoln School, and I worked at 3 different schools. I worked at Gastellum, I worked at Los Padres, and I now work at Mission Park. I've had 13 principals. Some were very strict, some were loosey-goosey. I got along with all of them. I've never had a problem with a principal. I've never had a problem with an administrator in this district. I feel, and I'm number 2 on the seniority list. Dr. Guzman was my 6th grade teacher. Also, I've been a VISTA provider. I worked at MCOE as a trainer of trainers for when we were doing different kinds of TQR and all those kinds of things. I've been a lead teacher and a student and a master teacher. I love teaching. Both the students aren't focused, our teachers' work. We need to be able to know that we have a consistent group working toward the same goals. Dr. Luce and I have a very good relationship, and I like him very much. I do feel that this is an unprecedented amount of changes in 1 year. We have never had the number of changes. We have Common Core coming. We have the new funding coming. We have, at Mission Park, we have the highest rate of poverty and homeless children we have ever had. Other schools I know are much higher. I was at Los Padres when we were upper economic status. And we went to school-wide because we had so much poverty. At Los Padres, when I was at Los Padres, we had one principal that we couldn't find, it's true, and he didn't know it for about a week. Then we had 3 more people come in that year to help us. A principal came in out of retirement to help us finish the year. Within 3 years, we had 5 people in charge of us. That is devastating to a school that was going to go school-wide soon. It's devastating because children need to have someone, if it's not their home environment, someone there that they can look up to. Of course, they look up to their teachers, but they also look up to their principals. I will say that when Burnett Greenlee was our full-time vice principal and was moved, I did not sign the letter to keep her at the school because I felt it would be good for her to have other opportunities at different sites. When she came back as our principal, she said to us, I had other opportunities. I went to Natividad. I really became fluent in Spanish. I was at Roosevelt. I was at Boronda, Old Boronda. I do feel that change is good, but we will have had, if you change, we will have had 3 principals in 4 years, 5 years. That's a lot of principals. Even though we are not the lowest on our API, we're not the lowest on scores.
Ma'am, can you wrap it up?
Yes, I will. Okay. I just wanted to say that it's not out of vengeance or anger or anything that I'm saying this. I'm a straight shooter, and I really feel that our district really needs to look at all the things we have coming toward us and needs to make stability in all the schools. Because obviously, when you were on TV, Mr. Scan, you said we have the highest rate of poverty children and homeless children we have ever had in this district. In other words, their homes are not a safe environment and a family environment. That's where the schools have to come in, and we become like a surrogate family for them.
Thank you. Thank you. We want to remind us that we're going 3 minutes, and we have a long line up there that we need to meet to the end. Next, please.
My name is Belinda Bailey. I'm a school secretary at Mission Park School. I have been a school secretary with the district since 1995. I think Michael Trujillo and I hold the record for being at the most sites. I have been at La Livingston School with Mr. Trujillo, Ray Sola, Gary Sweater, Jerry Tollison as an interim. I have come to Mission Park, and I've had Mark Schwartz, Diane Midoff. I have been an employee that has been moved for the need of the district, which I moved to Cammon School and worked with Jennifer Zanzo, and I was able to come back to Mission Park School, and now working with Mrs. Greenlee. And I have been an employee for almost 28 years. I was hired by Mrs. Willingham, and I consider myself a good, faithful employee of the district, and I would like to ask the board to please hold our district office accountable for a process for our principals. We need to know that come March the 15th, there has been some process in place for them. And our principals deserve respect. And I'm just not talking about Mrs. Greenlee, but after being in this district for as many years and having as many principals that I have worked with, they need to have respect. And I would like for our board members to hold our district office accountable to come up with a process, because there is no process for our principals to be evaluated. And so if come next March the 15th, please make sure that there is a process in place so that we know what to expect and they know what to expect. Expectations need to be met by all of us, and that includes you as a board and Dr. Lusa as our superintendent.
Buenas tardes. Presentes. Tenemos 3 minutos. Okay.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es José Gómez. Estoy aquí acompañando a mi hija Alondra Gómez.
So good afternoon, my name is Jose Gomez, and I'm here with my daughter, Alondra Gomez.
Nada más, y también venimos, la acompañé, salí a trabajar, estaba un poquito apurada porque quería saber qué estaba pasando con su maestra, la principal de la Mission Park, so decidí venir a acompañarla.
So I just came out of work, and I'm here because she was a little concerned about what was happening with her principal at Mission Park.
Con respecto aquí a los miembros del jurado del board, del tabla escolar, de mi punto de vista yo pienso que la principal de Mission Park asume sus obligaciones muy bien de acuerdo a lo que estudió.
So in my opinion, the principal at Mission Park has been fulfilling her obligations according to what she knows.
Lo digo por la experiencia de que cada mañana que le llevaba yo a mi hija a la escuela, me daba la confianza que mi hija estaba en un ambiente seguro.
And I say this because from what I saw, every time I dropped off my child in the morning, I saw that she was in a good, safe environment.
Pues no puedo decir mucho referente a otras cosas porque no conviví mucho por las obligaciones que tengo, pero de mi experiencia me sentí una experiencia buena porque como principal pues se tomaba el tiempo de hablar con las personas y todo, no como otras personas que se van a su oficina y pues ahí están.
And unfortunately, I wasn't able to interact much with her because of my work duties, but from what I saw, she was the type of person to interact with people and not just shut herself in her office.
Ya, y muchas gracias y pues buena suerte a la principal de Mission Park, a Miss Willy, y quería, si le dan la oportunidad a mi niña, le quería decir unas palabras a su madre. Gracias.
So thank you very much, and good luck to the principal, Ms. Granley, and I'm going to give the opportunity to my child to express herself.
Great principal. All the times I got in trouble, I know I trust in her because she's a great principal, and I want her to still stay more years in our school. And I might not be here, but I still want all my friends to have a great principal.
Hi, my name is Lisa Edwards, and I have 3 kids that go to Mission Park. I have someone who's going into 6th grade, a 4th grader, and a 1st grader for next year. And it's true, Ms. Greenlee is a wonderful person. She's nice, she's kind, but you don't get a band of people in just a matter of minutes of finding out that you are losing her as a principal to band together to keep her here. You don't get that just simply because she's nice. You don't get that from a band of people who, we are not a band of good friends who are trying to keep our good friend in her job simply because she's a good friend and she's a nice person. It's because she does her job, and she doesn't just do her job, she does it well, and she goes beyond the call of duty to do that. If you look at what this has brought on, what this decision, what this recommendation to demote her has brought on, that in itself should speak volumes to you guys about what you're losing as a leader, what you are turning away as far as what you want in the district. You can't tell us what your agenda is. You haven't been able to tell us what the agenda is that you guys have. But as parents, as the majority of the staff, the teachers, our agenda is to have the best education for our kids, and that includes Mrs. Greenlee as our principal. And that's really what it is.
Hello. Hi, my name is Sabrina Olivas-Henry, and I'm here to speak in support of Mrs. Greenlee in Mission Park Elementary School. I have 2 children that attend there. I have one who just finished 1st grade and one who just finished 2nd grade. And I'm here speaking as a mom who has been very pleased with the way things go in the community of Mission Park, with the fire for education that my kids have. By profession, I'm a teacher. I have taught for 10 years, and now I stay home with my kids, and my job is them. And I just think it's so important for them to have fire for education and to enjoy going to their school and to feel like they are really a part of that community. And we have that at Mission Park, and I think every parent that I've encountered, no matter what their socioeconomic status has been, every parent just wants their kid to do well and want to be there at school. Every parent wants their kid to do better than they did. That's cool, because like in any job, bosses have different styles, and teachers may not agree with their style. And something that really impressed me, or impressed upon me, when the announcement was made that Ms. Greenlee was going to be moving, was just the way the teachers were just so upset about it, and how they just really wanted to keep their leader. And so when I got involved with trying to help research and figure out what's behind this decision, it was about trying to support the teachers who wanted to support their boss and trying to support my kids to continue to have a positive environment. As we got involved with looking up what's going on with the test scores or the different things that were sort of cited about why there was reasons to let her go, there were just so many things that came up that just didn't ring. I don't know what the word is. It seemed a little shady the way things have been decided. And I hate to say that because we've had such a positive experience, but I just want things to be fair and just, and I want the leadership that we've had to continue, and I want the teachers to continue to be happy because I want that influence to pass to my kids. If they go to a place where the teachers are unhappy, it's going to pass to their experience, and I don't want that for them. I want them to be in a place that's cohesively united for the betterment of the kids. So that's what I'd like to say to you guys tonight, and I appreciate you listening to us, because I know there's many of us who want to address you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, please.
Hi, good evening. My name is Gastellum, and she's Miss Park. She's a teacher from Elementary School. And I, as a mom, I'm here to represent the parents at that school, gathering signatures because we don't want our principal to leave us. She's been there for a year, and she's shown us that she can do whatever she wants to get the school settled. She brought all the teachers together, which didn't happen last year. And we're tired of the board changing principals every single year. We want you guys to take our signatures and vote on decision-making as parents, because we know, as parents who walk our kids to school every single day, we talk to their teachers, we meet with the principal. Who knows better, us as parents or you guys as teachers? We listen without getting to really know what the principal and the teachers are doing. And we're here to represent the program director, Mr. Hayes.
Yes,
He's been there for many years, almost 10, I guess. And we don't know why they're moving him.
yes.
He's done enough work, and he can do more work for that school. We want to be counted.
Yes.
We know better. And we want you guys, as I said, to count our signatures. We have the right of decision-making because we're the parents of the affected kids.
Yes.
And kids are being removed to another school. Teachers are being removed to another school. How do you guys expect our kids to get to know their teachers if they see a teacher every single year coming from different schools? And we don't think that's fair. We think that our teachers are the main, sorry, it's my second language, our main stable to keep our students settled with their studies. How are they going to take school serious if you guys don't take it serious?
She thought she needed help, so I was her standby. Great job. But I also want to say the turnover at LGAB, if you really look back in the last, I've been there 20 years, I think we've had 13 changes.
A lot, that's a lot.
In 20 years. It's unbelievable, and we really need stability.
Yes.
We're going to gather more signatures. We got 130 during release time for 2 days because we were told within a week before school ended. So after they go back to school, we're going to keep raising signatures, and we're going to try to work with other schools. And as many signatures we get, I think we get the right to vote.
Yes.
Thank you.
Of the school district. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina. Yes, sir.
Good evening, board members. My name is Jesse Rodriguez, and I have 3 daughters that go to Gastellum too. And as far as I see them, and I see the vice principal there, and Mr. Hayes too, also supporting the kids. I mean, when I went to school, I hardly ever saw my principal in the yard. And I was here to support my kids, and hope you guys do. Hope you guys think and just think that they've been doing a good job there, as far as I know. But yeah, that's all I want to say.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Buenas noches, good night. My name is Jorge Cano. Dear Board Education Member, my name is Jorge Cano, the District English Learner Advisory Committee President. I have served as a parent volunteer for several years, verifying and ensuring that English Learn be 10% service as mandated by the state of California. The DLAC is community and requests credentials teachers required by the state and the society to provide an education to our students, as well as school principals, communicate and setting goals that guarantee student achievement percentage at school with a of highest academic level. The DLAC recognizes the Juan Luza's work as superintendent of the Salinas City Elementary School District. We know he's a professional experience as an educator. We believe in his work and support his service. We are certain that any change and work plan ensures a better education for all students in the Salinas City Elementary School District. This community support and recognizes Dr. Luza to the superintendent. He has the ability to direct and supervise our children's education. Sincerely, Jorge Cano, DLAC President. I am President. I have this letter. I don't read, I don't speak very good, but I try. I'm here to speak in favor of the education. Education for the children. Not for the parents, not for the teachers, it's for the children. The children is principal here in this community. I read this in español and later it translate. No hay razón para pensar que los cambios son por un mal trabajo. Los cambios son necesarios en la vida. Los cambios siempre traen cosas mejores. Cada uno de nosotros hemos implementado cambios y no son para mal, porque siempre lo hacemos para mejorar. Lo que nunca debemos olvidar es trabajar en grupo, en familia, para mejorar nuestras vidas.
Gracias.
So there's no reason to think that change is bad, or that it's made because of a bad job bad made. Changes are necessary in life, and changes always bring better things. Each and every one of us has implemented, experienced change, and it has not always been bad. What we must always do is improve, and we must never forget that we must work in group and as a family to improve our life.
Thank you so much. And good night.
Thank you very much. Again, next please.
I wasn't sure you were going to take a break at this time. So, thank you for allowing me to speak. My name is Gina. I am a parent from Sherwood School. My child just recently got promoted, so he'll be going I should say my last child has attended Sherwood School. I was a parent who has always been very involved and known a lot of faces here in the class. And I'm here to support the decision of the board. I know that it's not taken lightly. You have all seen all the different angles of and paperwork or scores or things that need to be checked. And like Mr. Cano said before me, change isn't always that, and it's not always a negative thing. And sometimes we need to step down and work a little more to be better at our job, but, you know, we can always reapply for something else. It's not always a negative thing. And that's basically all I have to say. We shouldn't always take it as a negative. You know, something always comes out of something else.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
My name is Lorianne Caranchini. I'm a licensed psychotherapist, and I have 2 children that were at Mission Park School. I support 100% Dr. Elizabeth's decision in removing principal. And I'm going to speak facts. I'm not going to speak my opinion. I'm going to speak facts here. The facts are, first of all, I turned in a restraining order against my ex-husband to the school, and a court custody order to the school. And I explained to them that this man had abused my children. He was not to ever be around them, not even to know he was there. Court order. There's no questions behind a court order. My daughters came home crying to me, saying, "Oh, Mom, Miss Greenlee came to me today and told me that she's giving that individual out information and that she's had to order our teachers to do the same." So I contacted Miss Greenlee, first by phone. She was very nasty and disrespectful to me. She told me absolutely she would not obey the order because she didn't have a copy of it. She later reverted to, "Yes, I do have a copy," and then I don't have it, but she said it was expired. So then she went back to saying she never had a copy. So I have emails, of course, in there. So then it gets worse now. So what happened was, anyways, regardless of that, by the tort law and under, she has to give them 45 days, even if, to give her new documents, if they have lost my documents, or if I even had to just go out and get new ones. That's a legal fact, and I can bring it to you. But it didn't stop there. She continued, my attorney had to give her a letter because she continued to give him information. And I continued to tell him, this is what you're doing to my children. They're upset, they're frustrated, they're frustrated students, they're sick and terrified. Got to the point where she ended up colluding with the abuser of my children, okay? And because I couldn't do anything else at this point, since she wasn't respecting the already existing protections, I filed for further protections. She went up there as a volunteer witness on his behalf, trying to deny me protections, deny my children protections from the man who abused them. And she committed perjury under oath, which the judge thoroughly saw because I had the evidence right in front of her. So it was like, okay, so that an hour later, 1 hour after she commits perjury under oath, she calls the police and makes a false report about my husband. So, and this is the kind of situation that I have to deal with. I'd like to give Mr. Hilton a chance to speak because it's only been, they have been horribly affected by this.
Thank you very much for your information, and we'll allow Jill to say something. Won't time them because they're not going to take very long.
Yeah,